Good morning, y'all. It's day 2. Now, I have not stirred these through the night, and you can see that the pickling lime has settled, but it has done its job. Now it's time to move to the second step. Okay, all I did was put them into the sink that I did clean very well, and we need to thoroughly rinse these. I rinse mine 3 or 4 times, but I'll set the camera up and show you how I do it. I utilize both sides of the sink. This is a clean stainless steel bowl. Now I took the liberty, after I dumped the cucumbers in the sink, I washed my glass jar, because we will be using it again, very well. And I used paper towels as my wash rag, so I could then just dispose of it. Good morning. I bet y'all thought, where's she gonna be at? All right, I'm gonna turn it down. Let me show you how I do this. Like I said, I do mine 3 or 4 times to make sure I've removed all the pickling lime. Y'all, this is one that you really need to keep in your arsenal. This is a delicious, delicious old-time pickling recipe. All right, we gotta rinse. Okay, I've got cold water going. There we go. And I just take a handful. This is the first rinse. I set it over in a bowl. Then once I do this, I'm gonna clean the kitchen sink here very well. And then I'll fill it up with cold water and start rinsing that away. So this is all I'm gonna do. Because what this does, this gets most of that pickling lime off. I'm not sure I told y'all, day 2 is gonna be your, I guess you could say, your most time-consuming day, but you're not talking many hours, y'all. An hour on this step, an hour on the next step. Oh, they are so crispy. I kid you not. I hope y'all's morning has gone well. Mine's been productive. I'll pull you up and talk to you. I got up about 4:45, and by 7, chickens were done, rabbits done, inside animals done, breakfast cooked, bed linens going into the wash, floors, and vacuuming and mopping was done by 7:30. So I got cleaned up and moved to our cucumbers. All right, this is going to take me just a few minutes. This is really, really a childhood memory. I'll never forget, first time I had it, we were at my Aunt Hazel's. She lived in Orange, Texas. That's right on the lines of Louisiana and Texas. And we had went over there, and her kitchen was very retro. You remember the wall oven where it kind of came down like a folding, and what I call the old electric stoves without the oven in it. It had the side knobs. And we were sitting there. She had cooked a big roast and all. And she says, here, I want y'all to try something. I was young. And us kids, she says, now y'all need to tell me what it is. Do you know none of us could figure out it was a cucumber? None of us kids. And we always called it Aunt Hazel's cucumbers. But really, her and Mom tiled it red hot cucumber rings. But I'll never forget that, because I can't remember. She was a big Watkins dealer, and I don't know if she offered us that. My Aunt Hazel, if you won something, she usually gifted you with a prize. None of us won anything, but boy, that brings back memories of us sitting around there. We just couldn't figure it out, because that was not a cucumber in a child's mind. I mean, it's like, I don't know, an apple, maybe an onion. Yeah, some of us thought it was an onion. But it was a cucumber. And like I said, let me show y'all. I do have a lot of pieces just cut up. I wasn't wasting no little cucumbers. Them little pieces eat just as good. All right, I'll get these rinsed and we'll move to the next step. And now, I'm gonna fill the sink up with cold water. And then what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna rinse, see if I can raise you up. I'm gonna rinse this as I put it back into the clean sink. Okay, I want to show you something. This is a small bowl, but these are little broke up pieces that came apart. I'm going to dispose of these. You can keep them, but they're really tiny. So, that's all the waste that I found. Okay, as you can see, I've got a lot of ice in here. I'm going to dump the cucumbers in this ice, and then I'm going to cover them with cold water. And we're going to put the lid on this jar, and we're going to let these rest for 3 hours. Okay, we're going to cover them with cold water. That's pretty covered. I'm just going to go in and bring that ice up. Ooh, that's cold. And we're going to let these rest in this ice water for 3 hours. Hey, real quick, while these are sitting for 3 hours, the next step, we're going to bring out 1 cup of white vinegar. Bring your alum out, which is 1 tablespoon. It's in the description. And a bottle of red food coloring. So, go ahead and get that out. Get your stainless steel pot, because that's going to be the next step. We're going to put this to the stove. So go ahead and get that ready. Then go do what you got to do. See you back in a little while. Hey, it's that time. It's been 3 hours. All I did was put them over into a bowl, drain the cold water, set them in a bowl. Now, remember, it's 1 cup white distilled vinegar, 5%. A little bottle of red food coloring, or they come out with gel, y'all. This don't make it bad as a mess, okay? Just a little red food coloring gel. And this is alum, okay? I've had this a long, long time. I don't use alum, except in this recipe. So that 1 tablespoon ain't gonna hurt you. So, I'm gonna get my cucumbers over there. I'm gonna move you over there, and I'm gonna show you this next step, okay? Okay, I'm sitting on about a number 2. I'm not trying to get this boiling just yet, okay? But this is where my 1 cup of vinegar is. That 1 tube of red food color, and I use the gel, and the 1 tablespoon of alum. All right, we're going to add our cucumber rings. I got my fire on a number 2 now for a reason. Because once we get everything in this pot that's supposed to go in here, we're going to bring it to a low simmer. Do not bring this to a boil. Okay, we want to add enough cold water, just tap water, just enough to cover these cucumbers. Let me get a little bit more. Okay, we got our cucumbers covered. Some are wanting to float to the top, and that's fine. Now, I'm going to put my stove on about a 4. And I'm going to see if that's the sweet spot to bring this to a simmer. And then I may have to turn my fire down. But we need this at a simmer for 2 hours. I know y'all just cut the camera off. No, really, 2 hours, y'all. We got to let this simmer. And then we going to strain it And we're gonna get rid of this this juice that's happening. Patience, remember? Patience. Okay, I think y'all be able to see it. Let me turn my fire down on my onions. Okay, you can take your pot and drain it in a colander, or you can take a spider and get as much liquid off as you can. And once we remove all the cucumber rings, like I said, you could take and dump it into a colander, but my sink has got a lot of other stuff sitting in it. We're gonna discard the juice and rinse the pot out, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, we've put the cucumber rings back in its glass jar. Now it's time to make the brine. First thing going in is 3½ cups of water. 3½ cups of white distilled vinegar. 8 cups of sugar. Now this is pure cane sugar. Okay, you need 3½ cups of red hot candies. I couldn't find the bags, so I had to buy the boxes, and I'm gonna put 4 boxes in. 8 cinnamon sticks. We're gonna give it a good stir. We want to bring this up to a boil. Now you want to keep a constant stir on this, because remember, we're melting these candies. You don't want them to stick to the bottom and scorch. Okay, it sat here and boiled till all the candy was melted. Now we're going to just pour this over these cucumbers. Ooh, that's a hot pot. All right, let's get everything mashed down. There we go. Don't add no water, because they will sink on down as that water cools. At this point, you could stir in another bottle of food coloring. I don't have another bottle, so we're going to go with it like that. And now we wait another 24 hours. Are y'all still holding on with me? We're on day 2. Look, y'all don't fall out on me. I know today was, you know, I told y'all though, the second day gonna be the longest. Tomorrow, easy peasy. 4th day, we jar up. You're thinking, what else could we possibly do? Oh, but there's a lot more to do. Y'all hang with me. I don't want to lose y'all now. Oh, this is what I needed. See over here? Can you see that? I'm fixing to put a lid on it. That's going to be alligator sauce pecan. I just got my roux in there, bringing it up to a slight simmer, turn the fire down, put a lid on it, walk away and enjoy my coffee and edit this video. I don't want it confusing. All right, see y'all tomorrow.